Hi everyone, welcome back to another review. Today I'm doing a hybrid review of an album and DVD Blu-ray that's coming out this Friday, June 18th through Napalm Records. It's for the German folk metal band Subway to Sally. What they've got coming out is called Eisheilige Nacht, Back to Lindenpark. It is a live concert experience they put together during COVID times because their fans were really wanting something from them. And because of the situation of COVID not being able to do the tours, they wanted something out there instead of doing nothing during what would normally be festival season for them. So they put together a really cool event that lasts for a little over 2 hours, really well done, and there's a lot going on in it. So for those of you who are not familiar with the band Subway to Sally, before we get started, let me just kind of let you know that they sing in German. So if you don't understand German, do you think you'll enjoy this? I think you will. I don't speak but just a little bit of German, so I think you guys will do really well. Either way, if you do or don't understand it, if you want to learn what they're talking about, simple way to do it, go download the lyrics for the songs, throw them in Google Translate, sing along in German, learn how to sing along to the songs because it's a lot of fun, and learn what they're singing about. So, hey, put that German class that you took in high school to use, brush up, learn some German, sing some German. Those of you who do know Subway to Sally, I know it's been a really tough year for you guys, myself included. The last experience I had personally seeing the band was 2019 at Wacken. I think for many of you, that's probably the last experience you also had. So it's nice to have something new coming from them. On this DVD and the CD that's coming with it, there's so much going on. Let me start by telling you about the guest appearances that are going to happen throughout this event. So you'll have artists Birgit and Saskia from Shandmal. You'll have Hauptmann and Hootie from Fireschwanz. Patty Gurdy, the internet sensation YouTuber, who's also a very folky artist. She put out an album of her own as well. You've also got, obviously, Chris Harms from Lord of the Lost, Major Voice, which we reviewed Major Voice's album last year, Vitz, and then you've got Aaliyah, Elsie, and Lucy from Saltatio Mortis. So there's a lot going on, a lot of guests, and what is in this DVD that you're going to find out? Well, thank you, Napalm Records, for giving me an advanced screening so that I can tell you all about it, because there's a lot of really fun stuff. First of all, they did it at Lindenpark, which is in Potsdam, Germany. It's a venue there. They made it very intimate and unique for the experience. The setup has these really big rugs across the floor, so they have a place to stand, and they all stand in a circular motion looking at each other. So it's this big open circle. Everyone's dressed in black. It's kind of a very dimmed down version of what they normally do, because it's normally like black street clothes versus the black that comes with their costumes for their stage wear, which is a very different experience. So you automatically get this feel that it's something different and that it's something very intimate. I have to say, even the vocalist Eric Fish was donning a cap on his head, like a beanie style cap. So it was a very downplayed kind of situation. Gone is the makeup that they always wear on stage. It had a very different feel to it. But what wasn't missing was the exceptional artistry of the musicians in Subway to Sally and what all of these guest appearances brought to the experience. There are a total of 28 tracks, 28. So it's 2 CDs. And I thought, I was going to get maybe like an hour of music, but it ended up being, 2 hours and some odd minutes over the 2 hours. I didn't feel like it was never ending, and I didn't feel like I was left without just the perfect enough to really have a great experience. I wouldn't have expected this because there's, of course, at festivals, their sets are a lot shorter because of being a festival. You don't get that kind of a time. So they really were able to do something on their own terms. The venue was lit really dark except for the lighting around the circle. And then they utilized the actual stage, because where they were set up was the main floor of the venue where fans would be sitting or standing, and they had the stage in the background, which was used a few times for the guest artists to perform with them. But also the guest artists were down on the floor, intermersed with all of them, and it was really just such an intimate feel to it. And when they started off, they started with an intro with a video of all of these crazy evangelists, losing their minds with their hallelujah, we'll get you and bless you. That was really kind of set the feel for where they were going with this. And You know, you could see they panned the room, the crew that was working with them, and you could tell obviously that it was during COVID times because people were sitting in some seats in the very back of the venue. And I think some were guest artists and some were just part of their crew, were wearing masks. Um, it was just really a fun experience. They were very stripped down this time. So, you know, I think fans are going to have something a little bit different than what they're used to getting. And I loved what they did. There was so much interaction between the band and just how they performed. You could tell that they really wanted to be there. You know, I think production wise, it was done really well. It sounds fabulous. And I don't think anybody's going to go wrong with this one. So when this one comes out on Friday, you're going to want to get your hands on it. You're going to want to watch it because it's going to bring you in like you are in this really fine, intimate experience where almost as maybe you and a few of your close friends are sitting with the band, which you can do you and your close friends at home from your sofa to at least experience it. I know there's been a lot of this. Everyone's been doing some sort of live streaming event over the last year, and some have been fabulous live stream events with really great production set to them. Some haven't because of restrictions wherever people were, or just people just wanted to just do something live to get something out there. This experience is really the full production. And again, with a stripped down style. I love what they did. You know, as it goes through, you'll have spaces in there where each of the artists from Subway to Sally have a chance to talk about things with the experience with the band, and about songs. And it's a nice intimate experience. But then you'll also get in between those, and it's you go into the next track or two, and you'll have guests that appear with the next track or two, or you'll just have Subway to Sally, their core team of artists playing. And I think the flow was perfect where you'd have a few of Subway to Sally and then a few more, then you have some special guest in there. And it just, it was such a great experience. And I'm glad that they did this. I think it came out really well. And it looks as though they planned it really well for fans to really be able to enjoy the experience and to hear the songs they want to hear. I mean, there are a ton in here, and I'm going to have a hard time with some of these because, again, I don't speak German very much, but let's give you just a few. Like on CD1, you've got like Messiahs, Unsterblick, you've got Imperior Rex, Grey Corum, Sieben, Kalte Winde, which is, I believe, is Cold Wind. That is one that's easy enough for me. It's similar enough to Swedish to understand that one. Mina, it's the Fawn version. And then you're gonna have Tanz auf dem Vulkan, mixed in with that. CD2, you're gonna have, you know, let's give you a few of them. Drag Me to Hell, Island. Let's see, I'll just scroll down. You'll have Eisblumen. It's so much. And then let's see, let me if I can get this. Aufgewacht. And then you have an outro, and there's just so much going on. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. Like production wise, it is just absolutely top of the notch. Well done for being trapped like we have all been with COVID, for not being able to get out and do the festivals like Subway to Sally loves to do, because when they're live, they do such great shows. I fell in love with them from their live experience. I'd never heard of them before the first time that I'd seen them, and just waiting on another band at a show, and they were just so much fun and entertaining that I've stayed with them since. So definitely on Friday, don't care if you speak German or not, and I don't care if you like Subway to Sally or not, you got to see this one. If you don't know them, you still have to see this one because production wise, it's great. I think that there's so much going on. If you're one of those ones that I said that don't like Subway to Sally, go back and check them out with the stripped down version. There may be something a little different for you that you do like, that if there's something that you don't like when they're not so stripped down. I just think that to see artists come together in this kind of a group to do such a nice production for their fans, for themselves, for something for the label, you cannot go wrong with this one. I think this is one of the better live concert experiences during all this COVID time that I've seen. Guys, seriously, come Friday, I want you to go check out, even if you don't get the DVD part of it, check them out on Spotify, wherever you stream your music, buy the DVD Blu-ray. You're going to have so much fun with this one. And I really appreciate what they did. And I'm looking forward even more to seeing them on stage again live once we can get back to traveling and festivals. And they will be on my list the next time we get out there. So this Friday, you guys go check it out. Next time we will be talking about another album. So that's coming up soon. We will see you later.